Back to my channel. You're watching WarGamingTV / Ishan Plays Live. Right now, Grand Cathay roster was released like I think 50 minutes ago, 1 hour ago. So we're gonna be doing a really quick review, and you can say like first time reaction of the Grand Cathay. I just saw a notification like some other YouTubers popped up some videos about Grand Cathay. So we're gonna be looking at that real quick. And yeah, nothing else until now. So I don't know if this is a new one. I think this is not the new one, right? So new unit roster. So I saw like some YouTubers upload a video about this. So I decided why not like I'll make a video of it too. You know, write the okay, anyways. So Grand Cathay Legendary Lords. First of all, tell me this is not a new one. This is not a new video, right? I think I've watched this. So what we saw in the trailers was like lots of dragons, and I saw like those huge temple guard unique. I saw one post on a Facebook group. Uh, they mentioned that there should also be a Terracotta Army in this game, which would be pretty dope. You don't know what Terracotta Army is. I don't know, you're living under a rock or something. But go watch the movie. Go watch the Mummy Army. I mean, I think I'm guessing like there's no such thing in this one right now. But there you go. I think this is the main queen or something. The main dragon, right? She's the she's the daughter of the Dragon Emperor or whatever he's called. I think he's the dragon. She's the daughter of Dragon Emperor, and her entry in the trailer was pretty dope. I saw her jumping off the cliff, and that was I love that. I love that scene. So we have Miao Ying, the Storm Dragon. So this is, I think, very similar to World of Warcraft, and I read somewhere that Blizzard actually used a lot of the lore from Warhammer universe, because Warhammer is like all over the place, right? So they took the orcs, the greenskins, and you have those in Warhammer as orcs, right? Man, sometimes I get really confused between World of Warcraft, Total War, and man, this is really. And they took the Space Marines and they made StarCraft, I feel. This is just a guess, tell me if I'm wrong. But it's really similar, right? It's very similar. And Diablo, right? So I think they must have taken something else from the Warhammer. This is like a mixture of, for me, this is like a mixture of, oh god, what's that popular TV series? I haven't, Game of Thrones, right? So this is like Game of Thrones plus World of Warcraft, because even in World of Warcraft you have like 4 dragons. I think there are more than 4. We have like those dragons, one of them is Deathwing, and this one looks, yeah, this one looks like that, kind of. Looks by, I mean, not this apparel, I mean like the concept. But anyways, we are not here to talk about that. I'm really sorry. So Miao Ying looks pretty sick. She has one claw. This thing. By the way, sorry for my English. English is not my first language. You can probably tell. English is like my 4th language. So I think she was wearing different colored clothes in the trailer. Let's take a look at that.
Nothing.
Okay, I need to wear. Also, thanks for the follow, whoever that was. Perakin, thanks for following. Thanks a lot. Also, let me switch on this thing. Speech chat so that you can talk while
Endures without harmony.
We are rewatching the trailer. Okay? This is not a new one, I think.
Only endures through us.
Is this a new trailer? Okay, let's see.
We are unmoving like the mountain.
No, this is the old trailer.
We will not.
One of my friend was excited for these guys, these mounts, or what will you call this? Flying units. They are like a mixture of stag and dragon. Or that's what he told me. They are a mixture of stag and. So anyway, we have watched this trailer. And I think they should have done much better like cinematics for the dragon emperor or whatever these lords would change into dragons. But you can go watch that in the trailer. So her apparel looks okay, I would say, out of a common soldiery. This is just my honest review. You can do much more better on this. I'm not bashing this, I'm just giving my. So let's read this. Meowing believes herself to be the strongest dragon sibling. So they are siblings, okay. And lords of power and position of the authority as protected scheming mortals, constantly scheming of mortal lords of Nangao. Her capital and unconquerable home does not make it any easier. Well, they are mortals, so you can just kill them. As such a powerful ancient being, she emits an aura of command and majesty that even mighty heroes find it difficult to resist. Her followers seek her favor, and her enemies fear her bite and strong magics. Yeah, no shit. On the battlefield, she can channel those powers to transform between dragon and human form as needed. Both dragons are also masters of the elemental winds. Both dragons. What do you mean? The Iron Dragon and this. Okay. So these two. Okay, there's more. But I think these two are the main lords. And I think this is very similar to, if you have played Three Kingdoms, this is very similar. The story, I think in 3K there's someone with like brother and sister kind of. I think the Rebel Queen in Three Kingdoms, Rebel Queen and someone else, they are like brothers and sisters or siblings. Or some two lords are related, I think. But anyways, these two are the main legendary lords in the game. And blah blah blah. She can change forms. Both are elemental winds. Increases power of all spells. Cast for each spellcaster in the army. So is this faction wide or is this just for the army in which these two are the like army generals? This makes taking multiple spellcasters for the army of etc. Blah blah blah. Even doubling or better, the power of spells should you have enough. Of course, they may not have the army to back them up at that point. They may not have the army to back them up. I didn't understand that. Unique abilities and skills. Magic. Miao Ying has access to unique selection of spells from the lores of Yin and Life. And Disdain of Dragons. All enemies who try to combat Miao Ying will find them. So what does this do? Anyway, Zhao Ming, the Iron Dragon. This guy looks the part, This one does not. Actually, she looks better than him. She actually looks better than him, on second opinion. on a second thought. I mean, okay, so this is a helmet and not real horns. What a strange kind of. So, this on the back. When you look from the front, it looks like she also has this, also has the horns, and also has this one. Anyways. And this guy, I don't know, he could have looked much more cooler. He may be really strong in combat, that's what I feel. Ruler of the Western Provinces, the Iron Dragon is seen as a much more down-to-earth ruler and commander than his sister. Jia Ming commands loyalty through comradeship, as well as his creation and use of powerful artifacts and magic items. So he's like a warrior kind of type, and she's like a spellcaster, I feel. And he's one of the Empire's premier alchemists and welcomes the same within his realm. So he like uses items and she uses spell power. And where was I? Much to the chagrin of some of his siblings. So I think there's more than 2 of these. We'll go to him later. Let me read the rest of this. Proximity to the Warpstone Desert and Great Maw, still sleeping with destructive magic that created it, has led to some believe his mind is beginning to unravel. This would certainly explain some of the odd tendencies and decisions he makes. So this is a bit worrying. Might be that some of the Chaos Lords may be trying to take over his mind through some magic and stuff like that. But it is still far from anything approaching insurrection or dangerous to Grand Cathay. Okay. While less favored than his sister by the Celestial Dragon, their mother, the Moon Empress. Okay, so there's also the Moon Empress, which we do not see in this article. Has a soft spot for charming. While less favored by his sister, be their father, right? Both dragons lead their armies with incredible fervor. Their mere presence enough to enhance the harmony and the belief. So this will obviously boost the leadership. Non-character Cathay units all ascribe to either yin or yang. So I'm guessing the unit roster will be like some units will benefit or will use the yin energy and some will use the yang energy. You know, so there may be like two line of units, 2 types of unit. And when close to the opposite receive either yin and yang, and when close to the opposite receive buffs. Melee yang units become more defensive and harder to kill, while ranged yin units fire faster. And when close to the opposite receive buffs. Melee yang. What do you mean by close to the opposite? Meaning close to each other? What? So yang units are melee specialist. Yin units are like archers and stuff like that. Lords increase these benefits when they are nearby. Between this and the Master of Elemental Winds attribute, it makes hero spellcasters quite a powerful choice for Grand Cathay armies. They are force multiplier both battlefield wide and in their area of effect. And proper usage can see massive odds overcome. So I'm guessing they are gonna be like one-man army kind of heroes, legendary lords. Unique abilities and skills. That's awesome. So you can just fly out of I don't know, if someone tries to flank you, you can just fly away. And magic, Zhao Ming has okay. I don't like the way this article has been written, because I don't know how to explain this, but it's both dragons can also swap forms. So this one is talking for just Miao Ying. Zhao Ming has access to unique selection of spells from lores of Yang and Metal, Warding and Iron Dragons. So I feel he's like the, gosh, I forgot his name. Who's that metal guy from the Empire? So this is the metal guy for Grand Cathay. That guy with the mask, you know him. So we'll see some unique spells and skills and whatever. And Grand Cathay Lords, Dragon Blooded Shugin Gan Lord. Dragon Blooded Shugin Gan Lord. Okay. This one looks sick. It's a she, I think, not a he. And what is this supposed to mean? What is this? Why? Okay, fine. This one has one with apron, one without. So I don't know what to call this in English. While relatively rare, the ancient nature of dragon siblings means their many own progeny now exist within Grand Cathay. Okay. They often rise to positions of power, not least out of respect for their heritage, but also due to the power that comes from being a part of the family. Dragon-blooded, as they are known, are inevitably skilled combatants, natural sorcerers, and talented leaders. As you can imagine, the lineage can be a source of some jealousy and resentment from high-ranking mortals, especially when the dragon-blooded allow their abilities to develop into arrogance. So, lots of arrogance with everybody in the dragon family. Arrogance runs in the family. As the magic wielders of Grand Cathay, the dragon-blooded fight with either the lore of Yang or the lore of Yin. Pretty repetitive stuff. Lore of Yang focuses on buffing allies, resolute, blah blah blah. Mighty explosions. So we'll see some explosions. Nothing new. With the power of Celestial Dragon Emperor himself. Their spells are, it's like the frog-looking guy from the Lizard Man. And fire, Wall of Wind and Fire. This is slowly turning into a MOBA kind of game instead of Stone Ground Stance. I'm guessing that gives you armor, but reduces movement speed. Might of Heaven and Earth must be like some kind of big spell, or probably healing kind of spell. Constellation of the Dragons must be like a like large area of effect damage kind of spell. Lore of Yin is more esoteric school with power to reflect projectiles. Summon the ghost of the dead to assist in battle. Interesting. Those who practice it can shield their allies, remove foes in the dead of the night. Their spells are Storm of Shadows. Must be like a minor damage spell. Cloak of Jet may be giving you missile resistance. Missile Mirror. This must be new in the game. Maybe like arrows turned towards the ones who fired or something like that. Blossom Winds, maybe healing. Talents of the Night. This may be giving you stock or like that kind of sneak or stock. I remember stock. This may be able to hide your units. Ancestral Warriors. This spell must be the one which summons the ghosts. And mounts are Warhorse or Jade Longma. I don't know what Jade Longma is. Probably the ones with the stag, the body of a stag and the head of a dragon. Those must be the Jade Longma. I don't know. Or a Warhorse, normal Warhorse. Then a tier lower from them are the Lord, or probably same tier. There's no tier lower in this game. So first two are the legendary lords, and then these are like lords slash agents. So first one I think was the special spellcaster. This one seems to be like a normal human guy. I'm not gonna read this. And there, yeah, these are their mounts. Okay, first one seems to be like a mix of, this one is a proper warrior kind of guy. This one must be a proper spellcaster. Alchemist, okay. Okay, what is this? Grand Cathay heroes. Okay, sorry for that. So there's two type of lords, and now come the heroes, in which we have the Alchemist. She looks very, very pretty. I like the overall getup. And we have Astromancer. You can read through all of this. Then we have the Astromancer. After more than 5,000 years of perfecting the art, blah, 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 blah. And one, two, only two type of, strange. Only two type of heroes. Where's the third type? I'm pretty sure there's three type of heroes, right? One, we have an assassin. So now coming to the units. Okay, peasant long spearman. You know, all of this theme is very, 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 very similar to 3K Kingdoms. Total War 3 Kingdoms. I mean, sorry. Total War 3 Kingdoms. So this is like copy paste of that game with some magic to it. I don't know why they had to release Grand Cathay as the first faction, or Grand Cathay to be. Everyone wants to play Grand Cathay, but you know, it's, if you have played like other Total War games, you must have already played Three Kingdoms, and Three Kingdoms was very recent, and this feels like Three Kingdom inserted into Warhammer 2. This could have waited a bit, you know. There must be some other kind of races in Warhammer 2, Warhammer 3 too, right? So Spearman, peasant Spearman, you can see no armor, good against cavalry, will get harassed by the archers, pretty much basic stuff. So you have to put like two units together to get the maximum kind of effects. Expendable and expected to flee, of course. Sword and shield and halberds. We don't have a picture of those. They must be looking similar to these, maybe with a lot of armor on them. Must hold the line. So these are the main front line, Jade Warriors. The notable characteristics: long train to defend Cathay against relentless assault. from beyond the Grand Bastion. This is the bastion which you will find at the north of Cathay. To the south of the like Great Wall. Defensive stance. So these are like legionaries, but Chinese legionaries. Not legionaries. What were they called in Rome too? I think they were called as damn it, bro. Okay. All right, then we have Celestial Dragon Guard. Wielding halberds. Natural opponents to the armored and massive. So these are anti-large. Spearing a beast from chaos waste as a man from his horse. Wait, what? So are they cavalry units or what? Okay, sorry. No. And also, however, as most well-trained units in they are capable of defending against charges from anything. So they have a resistance against charge from all kind of foes, be it Chaos Warrior or Skaven slaves. They are superior to their brothers in Jade Warriors in every way but one. There are simply less Celestial Dragon cards out there. Alright, so they must be rare and expensive. Then comes the Missile Infantry Peasant Archers. You can read all of this. Yin aligned, receive bonus when close to Yang units, expendable. Decent training, the gear of peasantry is simply unlikely to cause much damage to heavily armored force. Iron Hall Gunners. Okay. So these are the Iron Hall Gunners, not the peasant archers. So they must be like crossbow units. Iron Hail Gunners, sorry. Old World Shotgun. So they are like Thunderers, but just for Grand Cathay. Gunpowder, heavy armor piercing punch when they line up a shot. Range is much more shorter than archers or crossbows. So yeah, they are Thunderers of Grand Cathay. Power shield on which the gun rests. Save artillery will outrange anything on the battlefield, acting as effective snipers. Okay. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this one, I feel. There are armor piercing rounds and like sniping units across the battlefield. That's gonna be fun. The armor piercing rounds and heavy shields make them unique and difficult unit to enemies to splash. Blah blah blah. Why is it this worth mentioning? Can you like equip and unequip this with normal units? Is that what they are saying? Then we have crossbowmen. You know what crossbowmen are. And plus crossbowmen with shields. Not a melee troop will survive and defend lesser force in the midst of close range. Alright. With shields. Not a true hybrid, but also more capable than holding their own in battle. Oh wow, look. Grand Cathay cavalry and chariots, peasant horsemen. Units that can't fly. Deploy ahead of the main army to scout as vanguard. So vanguard deployment, which is really nice. Like foot melee units, cavalry belongs to the Yang harmony. Okay. Then we have Jade Lancers. Put a Jade warrior with all the training and their armor, etc. on this kind of horse. So this is the horse which I was talking about. This looks sick. I don't know what's happening, but I'm not able to talk properly. So basically Lancer units and with very high charge, very good melee attack and melee defense. Much more armored than other factions. Great Longma riders, dragon-blooded who are yet to rise to their prominence, blah blah blah. While Grand Cathay is often focused on dealing damage from afar, anything in the way of great Longma riders is likely to survive for long. The speed, power of their charge and strength of all armor is unmatched. Such is the strength of Longma charge that enemies have been known to flee in the fear before they are. So they must have a scare or that kind of. And the constructs, these are Terracotta Sentinel. Awesome. So these are the ones which I was talking about. They are pretty awesome. These are one of my favorite units in Grand Cathay. These and the Lancers, both of the Lancer units. And also this one. Where did it go? Crane gun units. Ultimate in Cathay and defense. I'm pretty sure each garrison army will have two of these, which is really awesome. I was happy destroying steam tanks and city gates. So this one is a siege attacker and also I think anti-large. Causes fear obviously. And giant units. Then we have Sky Lantern, Grand Cathay flying war machines. Interesting. So these are the Sky Lanterns. They look awesome, but the concept itself is, I don't know, lanterns, really? So what they do is, they are like those unreleased flying units for the dwarfs in Warhammer lore. Oversee and direct the troops below using a complex system of fans, people, and one guy with the shield on his back, and one guy operating the crane gun. But this one has 4 crane gunners. It is generally agreed that they have a lot more fun than their landlocked cousins. Glacially slow to move around the battlefield. Much needed vantage point for troops below. Allowing them to spot enemies hiding in foliage and giving them a morale boost. Nice. Awesome. So I think they must be giving a boost to the range of the enemy of our ranged units which are situated below them, and also giving like ability to spot all the hidden units in a long area. Crane gunners are truly deadly, blah blah blah. Flying units and armed gunners, both this and the sky junk are yin aligned. What the heck is sky junk? Okay. So one lantern was not enough, now you got 2 lanterns. Pretty much. So these images are not properly worked on, I guess. This looks like a very how do you say it? This looks like a they released this in a pretty hurry, you know. I don't know why. Because even the article, the way it's written, I feel it could have been written in a much better way. More of a warship than a simple battlefield unit. Humongous size. Guns that project shrapnel on oncoming hordes. So they have big guns instead of just the harpoon kind of guns. Wiping out whole battle lines. Awesome. So we'll get artillery barrage from these. Within the armored carrier, host of bombs. Ready to be dropped on those below. So they are like gyro bombers. So this one is much smaller. This one is larger than Sky Lantern. Spew fire rain rockets. So these are they will not the projectiles are that similar to humans, mortal empires, rocket batteries, right? This one is similar to rocket batteries. Can draw makeshift bombs, dealing massive damage. Slow and near useless one sort of ammunition. Nevertheless, an incredibly valuable addition to the battlefield. Whoa! That's what I'm talking about. Grand Cathay, baby. Grand Canyon. I like the look of this. I'm sold. Still packs a huge punch. Toppling monsters or city walls. Flaming armor piercing. Short work of smaller foes. The oxen pulling it are pretty cute, all told, and make it and other Cathayan artillery more mobile than counterparts of. Oh, awesome. Whoa. What the hell is this now? Armor to the outs. Oddest part of Grand Cath is armor to the outsider. Wu Jing War Compass. What? Miniaturized version of Great Compass. So there's a Greater Compass. Oh, look, same one with fire rain rockets. So they didn't show the Greater Compass. So there must be a Great Compass unit. Oh no. Miniature version of the Great Compass engraved into the floor of Celestial Court, high above Vasion. Okay. So this is a miniature version which you can move around. So Grand Cathay's like main cities must have like very unique kind of architecture and unique kind of buildings and unique map maybe for each settlement. That would be really awesome, at least for some of them. For the major settlements, you need to have like unique maps. Don't give us the standard siege battle kind of maps for every single city. Make it unique. Like it was in Total War Attila. Like it was in Total War Attila. Mounted Spellcaster. I've been streaming for a lot of time now. I think almost 1 hour. This took way longer than I expected. Because I don't know, it's really hard for me to read this kind of English. It's Power of Heavens. Meteors and lightning storms are summoned in its wake. Wow. Meteors and lightning storms are summoned in its wake. While expensive to build and maintain, they are truly unique weapon. Mounted Spellcaster with access to unique long-range spells. Awesome. That deal extra damage to the enemy formations. Tearing up ground and crashing headlong into enemy forces. Making it a Yang aligned unit, but one with significant range prowess. So this is not actually a yin aligned unit, it is a yang aligned unit, meaning it gets like boost for melee combat, but at the same time it has a very long ranged kind of unique spells. Regains its own power with increased speed thanks to the control over elemental elements. Okay. And there's the fire range rocket. The ultimate ranged firepower. So this is like those rocket battery artilleries in for the Mortal Empires, right? These are the equivalent of those. Inferior range, greatly improved firepower. Left to its own devices and placed near a melee unit to increase reload speed. Huh, interesting. So we'll have to do a lot of combination of yin and yang units in the battlefield, which I think will be a bit distracting and tiresome, boring a bit, but that will give you a lot of advantages in the battle, a lot of benefits. Nearby melee units increases the reload speed of the sky. Happily wipe out whole formations. Ah, both Cathay and artillery pieces have higher than usual number of support staff on hand, making them that much harder to wipe out if caught. Awesome. There you have it, the massed forces of Grand Cathay ready to defend the world from chaos. But, sorry, what takes your fancy, or which units are you particularly worried about as you push on the Great Bastion? Well, if I was the enemy, I would be worried about this fellow, this one, and probably this lantern thing, and these guys, and also the Lance Cavalry, and the Legendary Lord. So there's a lot of things I would be feared of if I was their enemy. So anyway, guys, this was it for Grand Cathay Rooster reveal. I'm sorry for the long video. I might post the timestamps, or if you're kind enough, please post them for me. And I hope you enjoyed this. I do not earn from YouTube or Twitch, so it's really hard for me to make these videos all the time. So please support me by becoming a Patreon on my Patreon page, and please subscribe to my channel as always. Follow me on Twitch. Join my Discord server for the latest updates on Warhammer, Total War, Warhammer series, and other similar awesome games. I hope you enjoyed this. Stay awesome. I'll see you later. Bye bye.